Look up at the stars. Go on. Magnificent, aren't they? Millennia of creation pulsating in an ethereal otherness, vast and ever-expanding, a veritable playground for the senses. But look further. Into those darker corners of the universe, amongst all that celestial beauty, lurks an ancient evil. An evil that must never wake. Something is starting to stir. Can you feel it? The first ripples in our spatial awareness. Things coming into existence and then burning out again. It's coming. Get ready. All of you, I beg of you, get ready.
Yes, such mellifluousness. I'm certainly glad I helped Freddy with that, tricky ostinatum by taking him to peek at the phosphate astral belt of Turbulus 3. Where was I? Yes. My inauguration speech as Honorary Chancellor of the Lavinium Academy of Nona, Decima and Morta.
Last time for Ducky? Oh, you've got to love the TARDIS's thermi. Quite the most perfect way to relax and just watch the millennia of cosmic layers come clean away.
Stinking thing! Ow! Blast this sonic screwdriver. What's the matter with it this time? Oh, I see. I'm using imperial settings on metric. Well, how maverick of me. Would take something more like a sonic cannon to get that nut loose. Its resilience is astounding. Clinging there like its little metallic life depended on it, like a jam jar lid when you have wet hands. Slippery with a chance of hernia. Only my hands are dry. And who needs jam when you have marmalade, eh? Much prefer something chunky. Well. Never mind, old girl. We'll soon get you out of this sticky situation, jam or no jam.
Somewhere out there is hope. My instincts tell me this. In the moment it takes for potential to turn into reason, out there, somewhere, I know that hope is gaining momentum. Beware. Wherever you are, I'll find you. If my existence is the sacrifice, then let it be known. I'm coming for you, and I will not go down without a fight.
There is a schism. A splintering fracture running through the fabric of space and time, like a resonating note that just hangs in the air. Matter is turning against itself. Wormholes swallow wormholes as critical density and absolute magnitude plummet way past zero. My mind is ablaze with these visions. A reality destroyed in an instant, and it is beautiful.
It has come to my attention that someone or something is after me, all of me. My timelines are all being dimensionally intertwined, converging to one galactic and temporal point. All existence is collaterally dependent on a singular moment. Some parts of me are wholly present there, others incoherent echoes. Some other power is trying to take over, a power much stronger than the chronographic pulse within its atomic regulator.
Sound is my focus. It's like the tick of a familiar clock. But the hands of the clock are starting to shudder.
Doctors!
We our planets transmitted into you.
Order, music is universality. This is useless. Can you hear me? This is the Doctor. Primitive 21st century technology. Hello! I have your attention at last.
Shut up, all of you. I need you to put your collective, frankly inferior pudding brain cells together to...
let me do it. Severe dimensional disturbance has somehow caused this world to fold in on itself. This instability has latched onto my biometric signature, pulling my, or rather, our TARDIS's, off course.
My successor suffered much during the force transfer process, and has been reduced to a gibbering wreck.
Of all the confounded, reverse the polarity of the Brigadier.
And my fifth incarnation has fared no better. He seems to be fixed on one truly scary single moment in time.
Adric, no!
Leave me alone. Resist it, young man. The other doctors are being pulled into their component molecules, eradicated and spiraling out into nothingness.
A direct link from Hesperus 5 was established some time ago with the Planetarium network. Your work with the celestial interference in the Horsehead Nebula's outer shielding, it drew attention to yourselves.
Your location at the exact opposite galactic point to ours was child's play for the person responsible for the current state of affairs.
We exist on two different dimensional planes. Our timelines are out of sync with each other, but the dimensional instability has already started to seep through into your world.
Transdimensional engineering is still unknown on Earth, although I believe you have discovered such abstract concepts as Tetris and public transport timetables.
Timelines of Time Lords are significant. When a Time Lord dies, their life events, spoken words, and each decision process are captured in the Matrix.
Somehow this same person has locked onto our biometric signature to prevent us from interfering and restoring the status quo. Unfortunately for you lot, it also means total destruction as well. So, best do whatever it is you do in circumstances like this, like eat some fried cheese or distill infeasibly strong liquor from something you found in the garden.
Don't listen to him. We are the Doctor, and our role in life seems to be mostly saving your planet, and not Cardiff.
Rassilon called the source of power of the Time Lords the Eye of Harmony for a reason. In Earth history, Pythagoras, a splendid chap, terrible flatulence, first described orbital resonance. Now that means that the sun, moon, and planets all emit their own unique hum, and life on Earth reflects this. Yes, this universal principle is hard-coded into the DNA of Time Lords. If you are able to recapture the history and principles of all creation...
and focus it on one Time Lord timeline, split over all regenerations, the power of the dimensional realignment might just be strong enough to reboot our planets and override the damage that threatens to destroy us.
Of course, it could just be a load of old poppycock. But if you could tap into the Matrix on Gallifrey, extract the key elements of my life through the power of my words.
And combine this with the music of the universe and the time and space continuum, replay all of creation in the correct order, and redefine dimensional norms. Could save the universe. Let's make contact and join our minds together to link with the Matrix. Remarkable. I do believe it's working. Concentrate.
Alonzia!
Transmitting it to you now. You should have the music and text ready to perform.
Oh no. I really do need to get those telepathic translation circuits fixed, or use Google Translate. It sent it in Latin. Musica Universalis indeed.
So it's down to you now, so be fantastic.
Doctor. No. Doctors. Loved by many, hated by more. As usual, your sycophantic followers are depending on you. See them out there in the darkness? Yes, I am watching you. Sitting comfortably, are we? Such a nice planetarium you have here. All the better for destroying. So, doctors, can you really save them all? How small you seem now, Time Lord. Each of you, yet you persist in scratching away at the surface of my existence like an irritating insect. Well, come into my parlor, said the spider to my flies. Time to take you out of your timelines, once and for all. Thank you, doctors, for giving me the direct link I needed. The interface to plug my destruction into. You see, by feeding this performance in and then transmitting it to the exact mirror galactic point, you have created the perfect Mobius loop of cause and effect. So instead of rebooting the universe, you have actually caused the opposite. The stars are going out, one by one. Twinkle, twinkle, little red giants. Watch as we are shooting through the cycles of the universe at an ever-increasing speed. Stelliferous. Whoosh! Degenerate. Bye! Black hole. Missing you already. Dark. Keep in touch. And my personal favorite. Maximum entropy. Hello there, big boy.
No! The codification of creation is being twisted!
That's entropy. It's unbalancing the equilibrium.
The acceleration is immense. I feel the time winds howling through everything.
You have played my game well, doctors. This audience has been part of their own destruction. Priceless. That's the beauty of the Novikov self-consistency principle. And little do all of you realize that you have already done all of this 1,000-fold. With each loop, the time event has gained momentum. In fact, you have been performing this exact same event so many times that you have been trapped in a causal loop. But this time, it looks like you finally got it right.
Young man, your deception is unforgivable.
We must stop this performance at once.
All of you, you must run for your lives. Flee!
And go where precisely? There is no where, and there is no when. Anyway, I already took the precaution of locking the doors to the auditorium. so you're just going to have to stick it out here.
We may have struck the iceberg, the lifeboats may have departed, and the ships may be sinking, but Playon, give us that one thing he can't take away from us. That is solace in beauty.
How fitting to call the tune, Doctors. Even at your own funeral.
Oh, don't worry, Given. When the Doctors dance, the dance is fantastic. Strike up the band, Maestro. Tonight we may burn in space, but we will be the brightest stars the universe has ever known.
Reverse the polarity. Reverse the polarity.
Is he still babbling?
Reverse the polarity of what, precisely?
Adric, no.
Oh, not him as well.
Adric, no.
Yes, we've heard enough about him, thank you.
I think he's trying to tell us something.
Adric knows.
Adric knows? Adric knows what?
You lot don't have the brains, or rather, brain you were born with. Think about it. What would Adric know that we wouldn't? Where was he precisely, where we've never been?
Well, he was there when the ship carrying the Cybermen crashed into Earth, killing the dinosaurs.
I get it. Precisely. It's not about saving lives.
It's about finding the correct trigger for what must come. The dandy had it right too. We must reverse the polarity. Break the causal loop, we should feed in the complete negative mirror image.
And being at the exact opposite end of the wormhole. Shouldn't take our combined minds too long to rig something up.
Doctors, empty your pockets.
Fools! Optimistic fools! Even now the musicians are ready to play their last notes. How very apt. Parallel universes align and die. See you on the other side. Well, maybe not. Darkness. Pure darkness. Embrace it in your last moments. Any dying wishes, doctors?
Well, that's very kind of you. What about some tea?
And crumpets.
No jam. Never liked jam. More a marmalade man, me.
I admire your calm before the final storm. I promise pain, immense pain. For the nanoseconds you will be aware enough to feel it, of course.
You really haven't done your research, have you? Can't stand a sloppy villain that skips on their own work.
I'm the oncoming storm. Imagine something darker than the darkness you know. Like the chameleon particle that creates dark energy.
And I am the very particles that make up the storm.
Do you know the first thing they teach you at the Academy on Gallifrey? Do you, young man?
Yes, they teach you the very basics.
Of physics. Well, I may have flunked a few classes here and there, mostly things like Omega Needlepoint and Castorba and Patonk. But two things I excelled at. Temporal woodwork. Oh, you'd love my dovetail joints. And sonic mechanics.
If there is one thing I learned, it was the power of sonoluminescence. That is, the creation of light from sound.
So you think you might have been all Mr. Clever with your end-of-the-world prophecies and doom and gloom and blah-de-blah-blah-blah, which was very emo of you, by the way. I know some really nerdy girls that would dig that.
Old-timey, whiny.
Instead of trying to reboot time, what we actually focused on was the essence that created time in the first place.
And re-establishing that as the constant.
All of your efforts, in fact, didn't instigate the end.
But reinforced the constant.
So run and hide before it's too late, Mr. Giffen. Go on, hide. Oops, too slow. Sorry.
What is happening to me? What is happening? What are you doing? You must bow down to the Given. You must. I cannot feel. I cannot feel. My mind is being crushed. Crushed. I am growing distant.
That young man is what is known as a stasis field. Yes, yes.
And finished.
Enjoy eternity. Ha ha. I hear the second billion years can get a bit dull. Oh, but the third. I've been told that the third is an absolute wheeze. Bye-bye.